Hey bookworm! Welcome back. Today I am to analyze the poem Their Lonely Betters by W.H. Auden. Summary, plot, setting, themes, literary devices, point of view, purpose of the poem. Summary. Auden's poem Their Lonely Betters is a contemplative piece that contrasts the simplicity of nature with the complexities of human existence. The poet observes the birds in his garden, noting their instinctive behaviors and their freedom from the burdens of human thought and language. The birds, though seemingly simple, are portrayed as superior to humans in a sense. They are free from the complexities of human emotions, societal pressures, and the constant questioning of existence. They live in the moment, driven by instinct and devoid of the anxieties that plague humanity. Auden suggests that humans, with their capacity for language and self-awareness, are often trapped in a cycle of doubt and longing. Their ability to imagine and to anticipate the future can lead to feelings of loneliness and dissatisfaction. In contrast, the birds, living in the present, are content with their simple existence. The poem ultimately invites readers to consider the value of simplicity and the potential pitfalls of overthinking. It encourages us to appreciate the beauty of the natural world and to find peace in the present moment. Plot. A poem does not have a plot in the traditional sense. Poems typically use figurative language and imagery to convey emotions or ideas. Setting. The setting of Their Lonely Betters is a garden. The poet observes the natural world, focusing on the behaviors of birds and plants. The specific time period is not explicitly stated, but the setting is timeless and could be interpreted as a general observation of nature. Point of view. The point of view in Their Lonely Betters is first person, limited. The speaker, presumably the poet himself, observes the natural world, particularly the birds in his garden. While the speaker is limited to his own perspective, he offers a thoughtful and insightful commentary on the contrast between human existence and the simplicity of nature. Purpose of the poem. The primary purpose of Their Lonely Betters is to contemplate the nature of human existence in contrast to the simpler existence of natural beings. Auden uses the imagery of a garden to highlight the differences between humans and other creatures. The poem suggests that humans, with their capacity for language and complex thought, are often burdened by anxieties, doubts, and the weight of time. In contrast, the birds and plants in the garden live in the present moment, free from such concerns. Through this contrast, Auden invites readers to consider the value of simplicity and the potential pitfalls of overthinking. He suggests that while language and thought are powerful tools, they can also lead to loneliness and isolation. Ultimately, the poem encourages readers to appreciate the beauty of the natural world and to find peace in the present moment. 10 Themes in Their Lonely Betters by W.H. Auden. 1. The simplicity of nature versus human complexity. Auden contrasts the straightforward existence of nature with the intricate complexities of human life. The birds, for instance, are free from the burdens of language, thought, and societal expectations. Quote, "Let them leave language to their lonely betters, who count some days and long for certain letters." 2. The burden of consciousness. Human consciousness, while a gift, can also be a curse. It allows us to anticipate the future, dwell on the past, and question our existence, leading to feelings of anxiety and despair. Quote, "Or could have with a rhythm or rhyme. Assumed responsibility for time." 3. The power of language. Language is both a blessing and a curse. It allows us to communicate and express ourselves, but it also traps us in a world of words and ideas. Quote, "Words are for those with promises to keep." 4. The transience of life. Auden subtly hints at the fleeting nature of life. The birds, though unaware of their mortality, live in the present moment, free from the fear of death. Quote, "There was not one which knew that it was dying." 5. The beauty of the natural world. The poem celebrates the beauty and simplicity of nature. The garden, with its birds and flowers, is a source of peace and tranquility. Quote, "A robin with no Christian name ran through the robin anthem which was all it knew." 6. The loneliness of human existence. Despite our social connections, humans often feel a sense of isolation and loneliness. The poem suggests that this loneliness is exacerbated by our self-consciousness and our constant striving for meaning. Quote, who count some days and long for certain letters. 7. The value of the present moment. The birds in the garden live in the present moment, free from the burdens of the past and the future. Auden suggests that we should strive to do the same. Quote, "Not one of them was capable of lying." 8. The limitations of human understanding. The poem implies that there are aspects of the natural world that humans cannot fully comprehend. The birds, with their simple instincts, may have a deeper understanding of existence than we do. Quote, "And rustling flowers for some third party waited, to say which pairs, if any, should get mated." 9. The role of instinct. Auden contrasts human reason with animal instinct. The birds, guided by instinct, seem to live more harmoniously with nature. Quote, "A robin with no Christian name ran through the robin anthem, which was all it knew." 10. The search for meaning. The poem suggests that humans are constantly searching for meaning and purpose in life. However, this search can often lead to frustration and disappointment. Quote, "Who count some days and long for certain letters."
Literary Devices and Their Lonely Betters by W. H. Auden. 1. Personification. Quote, "And rustling flowers for some third party waited." Analysis. Auden imbues the flowers with human qualities, suggesting that they possess agency and anticipation. This personification highlights the poet's keen observation of nature and his ability to find human-like qualities in non-human entities. 2. Metaphor. Quote, "Words are for those with promises to keep." Analysis. Auden establishes a metaphorical connection between words and promises. By equating words with promises, he underscores the weight and responsibility associated with language. It implies that words are not merely sounds, but commitments that bind individuals. 3. Juxtaposition. Quote, "Let them leave language to their lonely betters, who count some days and long for certain letters." Analysis. Auden contrasts the simple, instinctual lives of birds with the complex, introspective nature of humans. This juxtaposition highlights the limitations of human consciousness and the potential for peace and contentment found in a simpler existence. 4. Understatement. Quote, "There was not one which knew that it was dying." Analysis. By understating the significance of death, Auden emphasizes the carefree and innocent nature of the birds. This contrasts with the human condition, where the awareness of mortality often leads to anxiety and despair. 5. Imagery. Quote, "A robin with no Christian name ran through." Analysis. Auden's vivid imagery creates a picture of a carefree bird, devoid of human concerns and societal pressures. This imagery serves to highlight the simplicity and freedom of nature. 6. Alliteration. Quote, "Let them leave language to their lonely betters." Analysis. The repetition of the L sound creates a musical quality and emphasizes the idea of loneliness. This alliteration draws attention to the isolation and introspection that characterize human existence. 7. Assonance. Quote, "And rustling flowers for some third party waited." Analysis. The repetition of the U sound creates a sense of rhythm and flow, enhancing the auditory experience of the poem. This assonance contributes to the overall musicality of the verse. 8. Paradox. Quote, "Words are for those with promises to keep." Analysis. This paradoxical statement suggests that language, while a tool for communication and connection, can also be a source of limitation and constraint. It highlights the tension between the power of words and the potential for miscommunication and misunderstanding. 9. Symbolism. Quote, "The robin anthem, which was all it knew." Analysis. The robin symbolizes the simplicity and contentment of nature, contrasting with the complexity and anxiety of human existence. It represents a life lived in the moment, free from the burdens of thought and language. 10. Irony. Quote, "Assumed responsibility for time." Analysis. This ironic statement suggests that humans, despite their ability to understand and measure time, are often burdened by it. It highlights the paradoxical nature of human consciousness and the limitations of our understanding of time and existence. Conclusion. Their Lonely Betters is a poignant exploration of the human condition, juxtaposing the simplicity of nature with the complexities of human existence. Auden masterfully employs various literary devices to convey his message, inviting readers to contemplate the value of simplicity, the burden of consciousness, and the beauty of the natural world. By observing the birds in his garden, the poet highlights the limitations of human understanding and the potential for peace and contentment that can be found in the present moment. Ultimately, the poem serves as a reminder to appreciate the quiet beauty of nature and to seek solace in the simplicity of life.